Okay, so I've spent night and day to complete this thing, and I've lost more than a few hours of sleep. But it's okay, since it's complete. Finally. James Watt. He was a pretty chill guy, going through grammar school and learning math, inventing a thing or eight, and changing the industrial world forever. Yeah, he was pretty cool. So here's a little background on him. James Watt was born at the age of 0. Got it? This information will become very important later. But seriously, he was born here in Greenock, Scotland on the 18th of January, 1736. He also suffered from some diseases that called multiple migraines and constant toothaches, but that's not the point. He went to grammar school where he learned to love math. I wonder why. Anyways, he met with a guy called Robert Dick, not the flutist guy, this guy. Either way, this guy was impressed with his instrument making skill. Maybe it was the flutist. But Robert Dick was impressed by James Watt's skill and advised him to go to London to work as an apprentice. So he did just that. Thanks to his training, he was able to set up shop at Glasgow University. Okay, now I'm going to get into the meat of things, so let's do this. So he started off by teaching himself German and Italian, and this guy was considered a guy with poor language skills. How does that make sense? But then he had a problem. He saw the Newcomen pump and was like, wow, this thing really sucks. So he went about making a new pump, or he wanted to, but this all happened on a Sunday, and since he was religious, he wasn't allowed to work on that day. After a day of agonizing patience, he went to work nearly as soon as dawn struck on Monday morning. Then he sat down for many more months thinking about how to fix it. Then, miraculously, he came up with a solution while walking on a Saturday afternoon. He went to bed with the intent of working on it the next day, but then he realized it was Sunday again. However, the following Monday, he put his ideas to the test. The idea was to use a separate condenser rather than a single pump to make the pump condense independently from the heater, thus allowing the heat concentrating the condensation, keeping the steam hot, allowing it to waste significantly less steam. Got it? This information will become very important later. It worked, and he presented his improved design of the Newcomen pump, and they ignored it for 11 years, just 15% of his life, nothing big. But after news spread fast about an extremely efficient and cheap steam engine made by a what's-his-name guy, they didn't really care about the efficient part, but they loved hearing that it was cheap. Anyway, after he rose to fame, he decided to start a business with these things with his good friend and business partner Matthew Boulton. Now, Boulton and Watt were kind of best buds, and because of some good strokes of luck and genius, they created an even more efficient steam engine and made each other famous and rich, as friends do. The engine was by far his most famous contribution, and with good reason. It basically started in the entire Industrial Revolution. But he also made some great contributions that were swept under his greater inventions. He introduced the word horsepower to measure the power of an engine, and he was the first to say that water was made up of hydrogen and oxygen. He also made the world's first copying machine, and he made the steam pressure indicator. But those aren't really big deals. So yeah, he was a pretty cool guy and unquestionably intelligent. Watt died happy and famous at the age of 83, and he lived a life and legacy that most people would kill to have. He changed the entire world because of his inventions, and it could be argued he started the entire revolution as a whole. Thank you for watching. And since I don't have an outro, I'll just end it here.